In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.
Half a day, everyone, and welcome to another edition of In Full Zoom. I'm Nestor Licanto, and this week we're joined by Jesse Rosario. You may know him as a nutrition professional and president and founder of the Boka Box. And Jesse's here to talk about a new program called the Jumpstart Program. Half a day, Jess?
Half a day, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So tell us, what is the Jumpstart Program?
Well, everybody is on that new year, new me. It's January 2022. So I figured that we could use this as a way to get people healthier. Given what's going on today, I've been saying from the beginning, since this whole pandemic started, that the healthier we are, the better chance we have at fighting any disease that comes our way. And the message to stay healthy and do things to lose weight, to stay healthy, to have better bodies, that message hasn't been pushed a lot. So I felt I needed to do that. And this is just the first step to doing that. Where a lot of people on our island have diabetes, they're overweight, they have other diseases going on. And even with COVID put into that whole mix, anytime you go to see the doctor and they're trying to get people to become healthier, the first thing the doctor will say is that you need to lose some weight. And so again, this is just the beginning. I figured let's help people lose weight, which then helps them to find something that's sustainable for them so that it leads to bigger changes and better health later in life.
Yeah. You mentioned in some of the news release that weight loss is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's if we're talking about weight, right? It's very easy for people to lose weight. We can do that a couple of ways. I can not drink water, I can not eat, and yes, my weight will go down, but that's not very healthy. And the traditional thing that people do when they start thinking, oh, I need to lose weight, and I've done this before, is I turn to salads and shakes. And we want to take a non-traditional approach to helping people lose weight and stay healthy by giving them real food. And that's something that people are not used to because like I said, they turn to shakes and meal replacements and supplements. We use real food here at the Boka Box. We take a very nutritional approach to understanding different dietary techniques and using that to help people find what works for them. Weight loss is not going to be fast. There is no magic pill out there that's going to make you lose weight, that's going to make you skinny. It takes determination, consistency, and healthy weight loss is about 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. And we want to get people to understand that so that they slowly will start to lose weight, but then, make it their own. And they will find something that's theirs that they can stick with.
Yeah, and we hear about how fad diets don't really work. You lose the weight, and then a few weeks or a couple of months down the road, it all comes back and more, right? So there is a method to losing weight permanently, I guess, and to improving your health. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we should not always be dieting. That's not what it's there for. Diets do work, and I like to tell my customers that diets are a short-term fix to a lifelong problem. We're always going to have to eat. We're always going to have to look at what we're buying at the store, especially with this holiday season. I myself, man, I had a very great holiday. Given the circumstances, I was with my family a lot, and the previous holiday season we weren't really together. So we took this opportunity to get together. We're all vaccinated. We're all trying to stay healthy. But that led me to gain some weight. I gained probably like 10 to 15 pounds over the holiday season, which is bad for me. I haven't gained this much weight since my son was born 17 years ago, So I'm doing my own program just to show people that it works. You can still eat the things that you love, and you can lose weight at the same time. Yeah.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information. In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.
Yeah. So this is the Jumpstart program is a personalized meal program, and it's going to be a little bit different for different people.
Yeah. So nutrition is different for everybody. You know, we have to first set the foundation for good, healthy eating habits, and we start with that. As the weeks go on, I like to do nutrition coaching with our customers. I have a few nutrition students that go to UOG. They're working with me, and I want to get them involved as well. So our nutrition coaching kind of works like this. We check in every week, see how you're doing, how your energy levels are. We look at things that we can improve, not only within the meals, because you're going to be getting meals 7 days a week, but we look at outside factors. How much are you sleeping? What's your exercise regimen like? How's your stress levels? What are you doing outside of the meals that we can probably tweak to make it healthier for you? So depending on the feedback that we get from the customers, then we kind of either change meal plans or change levels within what we're doing. So it's specialized in that sense, where we're always talking with you, holding your hand throughout the process, and making it sustainable for you.
Yeah, and this is going to be tasty food, right? I mean, you know, you're going to want to eat it, right?
Let me tell you, I'm not trying to be biased. I like what we do. I believe in what we do. I am on week 2 of my program, and I am loving all the food so far. You know, there's some things that I'm like, okay, this needs to be tweaked, but I like everything. I had yesterday was probably one of the best lunches I've had. It was our version of bibimbap. You know, the Korean it's like salad with a carbohydrate, but we do a version of that. We use kimchi that we get from one of our Korean friends, and it's great. You know, I love the food so far, and I'm down with 2 weeks already. I'm down 5 pounds, so I'm loving it.
So you can eat some of the foods that you love and you still lose weight. How does that happen?
It's, you know, nutritionally, right? Any diet focuses on a caloric deficit. That means you decrease your calories in what you're eating. A lot of people, food is not bad for us. The problem is that we overconsume some foods. You know, people's plates are generally loaded with rice, bread, and meat, and that's about it. And a lot of people think that, if I'm on a diet, I cannot eat kuddu, or I cannot eat tinaktak, or I can't eat the things that I like. That's far from the truth. We focus on portion sizes. We focus on the quality of food that goes into our meals. We focus on making sure people eat their vegetables. You know, that's one big thing for us. You have to eat your vegetables. You have to eat your fruits. And that makes up most of what we're eating. So the meals you're going to get is not just rice and meat. You know, we could be doing another type of carbohydrate, brown rice. We could do quinoa. We could do different squashes. Just that'll give us carbohydrates, but not as much. We look at lean protein. We look at better quality sources of protein. And like I said, we try to look for local fruits and vegetables. And if we can't get that, then it's stuff that we can get from the stores or from the wholesalers that contribute to the overall meal.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about portion size, because I lived in Singapore for a few years, and you know, generally, and I didn't notice until I came back to Guam, that the portions were a bit smaller. And then so when I came back to Guam, I went to my first fiesta. I was looking at people putting food on their plates. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's huge, you know. But we become accustomed to the portions from where we grew up, and then you hear in your mind your mom saying, "Finish your food, and, you know, finish your plate." Right? Talk a little bit about portion size.
So like I said, everything has to do with the caloric deficit, right? And you know, early on in my nutrition career, when I was in college, I had this thing where I was so fixated on understanding portion sizes. And I was one of those guys that brought a scale to the restaurant, and I would weigh my meat, I would weigh what I was eating. I take half of it off and, eat what was only what I thought was healthy for me at the time. But when we talk about portion sizes here, we try to make it in a realistic sense where people can eat their rice. But you have to understand, okay, I'm not going to have 2 scoops of rice. I'm going to have 1 scoop of rice. And what does 1 scoop of rice look like? It could be the size of my hand. My meat could be the size of my palm. We go by ladles and spoodles and portioning equipment that we have here. So we're always doing that, but we're always trying to get people to understand the right type of portion for you and for the things that you're doing. I don't believe that people should change their life just to fit a certain diet. And that's why people fall off of diets. Is they go from eating really, really good to just eating salad. And like you said, once they lose the weight, once they start going back to what they were doing before, they gain all the weight back. So what we try to do is we tell people that within our meals and our boxes, this is what you should be eating. And we use the food as a tool to educate people on portion sizes and how much they should literally be eating every single day.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information. In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.
Yeah. What do you think about cheating? Is there a cheat day?
Okay. It depends on, it depends on what your goal is. And again, I like to be very realistic about my approach to nutrition. I don't like telling people, you got to stop eating this, you got to stop eating that. Even within our meal program, people think, oh, I cannot have desserts. We make our desserts. We make cakes. We make latizza. But again, we control the amount that you're getting. So you're not overindulging in that. So it's just one of those things that we have to just put more emphasis on the portion sizes and the quality of food that we put into the meal.
Yeah. Are you also an advocate, in addition to healthy eating, there's always 2 components that they always say it makes for good health is a healthy diet and to exercise. Are you an advocate of that too? Very, very, very much. You cannot do one without the other. I had a friend that worked at the WIC program, and he always mentioned it as nutrition and physical activity were married. You have to work on both. You have to do both at the same time. Not at the same time, but you got to do both every single day, and you got to work at it, to make it work for you. Within our program, we have a few gym partners that we're working with. We have Custom Fitness, we have Paradise Fitness Center, and we also have Synergy Studios that we've partnered with to give people the option to do their type of workout, and all 3 are very, very different. I've gone to all 3. I like all 3 aspects of what they're putting out for people in regards to physical fitness. But I like to let the people kind of choose what they want. You like high intensity stuff, you want to go in and do some more aesthetic work, or do you like the lower joint friendly or different types of workouts like that. But yeah, you have to eat right every single day. You have to work out and exercise every single day. But that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym, even though we're promoting that and we're giving you guys the options. Going out with your family to Teton for a bike ride or to run, that'll do wonders too. Anything you can do to get physically active is what we're kind of reaching for. And within our nutrition coaching, that's some of the things we talk about as well. How would you say healthy eating has been catching on in Guam? I know you're one of the advocates of it. I grew up in the time when you pile up your Fiesta plate, and if you have a Diet Pepsi, you're doing good. Yeah. How is healthy eating catching on? Is it progressing on Guam? I would say that it is getting way better. I've been in the nutrition field for about 15, 16 years now.
And I've slowly seen how the changes in food have been. People are more health conscious. People are looking at what's on the nutrition fact labels. People are paying more attention to the quality of food that they're getting. I grew up in a household where all we had was canned vegetables and processed meats. And, once I started learning more about what food actually does to the body and started understanding that stuff's not really good for you, I started to change my eating habits. And I see a lot of that today. And that's a reflection on, our customers coming through our doors and asking that question: how can you guys help me live a healthier lifestyle? So, the people are a lot more health conscious, even fitness wise. The pandemic was bad. It still is very bad. But if I'm going to be looking at something that is very good about the pandemic, it got people outside and started to get people exercising again. You go to the bike shops and a lot of their bikes are already sold out. They're all bought because people want to invest in their health. And that's the thing with us, is we need to look at ways to invest in keeping our bodies healthy. People will look at the program and say, okay, it's expensive, but I always come back and say it's expensive right now. But imagine when you get older and you're not taking care of your health and you have to be put on medication. That's way more expensive. I had somebody come in the other day and they're on some medication that cost them, I want to say it's like $1,200 a month. That's ridiculous, just for pills that don't really fix the problem. They just put a Band-Aid on the health issue, but they don't fix it. And the only way you can really fix any health issue is to really take care of your body and start eating healthier and getting physically active.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information. In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot about the canned foods, the Spam and the Vienna sausage and the corned beef, that previous generations grew up with. Do you see the need for more local produce grown here?
Definitely. We try to use as much local produce as we can. Local cucumbers, eggplants, squash when we can get them, local fruits and vegetables whenever we can get. The problem is that, a lot of right now, especially because of what's going on in the States, we're not getting a lot of food being shipped here on a consistent basis. So the farmers are having a hard time meeting the demand with a lot of what's going on. Before I started the Boka Box, I was working at the Department of Education as the state nutrition professional. And I was working with the cafeterias and trying to get local vegetables and fruits into the cafeterias. And it was just hard for the farmers to meet that demand. And as much as we want to encourage people to eat locally, I think that the farmers just need to work a little bit harder to get more out there, a more bigger variety, and just to make it more accessible to families and for businesses as well. Because man, we're gonna need them very, very soon. We're gonna need them.
All right, Jess, let's circle back to the beginning. Tell us if someone's interested in this Jumpstart program, how do they go about doing that?
Well, if you're looking at ways to lose weight, to stay healthy, to create a healthier lifestyle for yourself, you can visit our website, www.thebokabox.com. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or you can call us at 922-2652. And the program is an 8-week program. It's 2 months. That's just a jumpstart into getting you to figure out how you can be able to sustain your healthy eating habits. Again, it comes with meals, 5 days, 5 meals every single day. That's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks for 7 days a week. We're going to be right there holding your hand, walking you through the process. We're going to be interacting with you, making sure that things are working out for you. And again, nutrition is different for everybody. So if you've plateaued within one of those weeks, we're going to change things up for you. If you don't feel right on the meal plan that you're on, we're going to change things up for you. We want to be able to work hand in hand with you through this process. I'm on the same process. I'm on the same meal plan. I'm loving it right now, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm loving the food that I'm eating. My family as well. So if you're interested, give us a call. Check out any of our social media pages. Visit our website and get started. We start on all the Mondays of January. So I guess next week, we started this week for the 10th. We got the 17th and the 24th, I guess, whatever Monday that is. You can check us out, and we'll start you on any one of those Mondays to continue on for the 8-week program.
All right, Jesse Rosario, nutrition professional and founder of the Boka Box. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lester.
All right, I'm Nestor Licanto. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you again next week on In Full Zoom.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.